Hi guys. So to crack the HR round, you need to prepare the answers for these 7 questions before you attend the HR interview, and I'm damn sure that you will crack the HR round. Okay. So there is also a bonus tip which I'm gonna give at the last. So watch this video till the end. Let's get started. Okay. First question is like, as soon as you enter the either that Zoom meeting or the interviewer's room, they will ask you to introduce yourself. Okay, see, this they ask you because they want to make themselves comfortable. Okay, see, even they are humans. When they meet someone new, even they will be like in some kind of panic mode, like who is he, some kind of, not panic mode, even they won't be feeling that comfortable. So they want to make things comfortable, so that's why they introduce themselves first, and they'll ask you to introduce yourself first. Okay, in that case, what you have to tell first, your name and your age and where are you from. Okay, suppose if it's a campus placement, they'll be knowing which university you are from. If not, you can tell which degree you are doing and which campus and main your CGPA. Okay, and then you can tell what are your professional interest, okay, with respect to the field you're going to apply for applying. Okay, and then finally hobbies. Okay, and the thing is that please don't tell stories, like don't tell stories about your school life, where did you study school, about your father, about your mother, about your brothers, friends, nothing. It should be professional, to the point. Okay, next question. And next question is that they will ask you like what is it, why do you want this job. Okay, this is also a frequent question. See, for that you should have actually attended the pre-placement talk. I've already put the what you need to do in the pre-placement talk, so I will leave that link in that I button as well as in description. Go check it out. Okay, so why do you want this job? You need to frame the answers by attending the PPT. You have to tell them that your interest and the company's interest match. So that is why you are like you are willing to apply for this company, and you want to actually get in and contribute to the company's growth as well as your technical growth development. Okay, and next question is that where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is also a classic question. Okay, so they actually wanted to know what you have in your future plans. Okay, in your mind about the future plans. So generally, if you don't tell about higher studies, right, especially if you are from bachelor's, they will ask you the question directly, like what in my case, what Danush, do you have plans for going for higher studies, what about MBA, what about masters? So you need to have like prepare the answers for that, like what you need to say. Also, one more thing, companies generally recruit people for those who are willing to work in that company for a long time. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And when they ask you where do you see yourself in 5 years, like you need to know the company's future targets. Again, you need to attend the PPT. From there, you will get the information. What the company is aiming for in next 5 years. You have to tell that you will contribute in that. And please don't tell like in 5 years I'll be sitting in your place hiring someone. This are not like what is it? Not a very good professional answer. Okay, and also don't tell like I'll become the CEO of this company, something like that. See, you may become CEO, okay, but at this point of time where you don't even get the job, like you can't just tell that I'll become a CEO of that company. Okay, so yes, you can dream of becoming a CEO, but not in the interview stage. Okay, so please don't tell like I want to become the highest manager, CEO, something like. Be realistic to the goals. And next question is that they'll ask you why should they hire you. Okay, see, generally they will see, this is some kind of question which even they will be curious of, like why should they hire you. See, you should have some kind of qualities which is unique from others, which you can use it to help the company get more profit or something like that. compared to others. Okay, so there, remember, don't compare yourself with other students. Don't tell that in my batch, if you see all members are like poor in something like that, but I have a very good knowledge of this. Don't when they ask you why should they hire you, don't compare yourself with your batchmates. Okay, it's like it will affect negatively. You have to only talk about what are your positives. Okay, and you need to convince them that you have a very good like quality of work, like you are like dedicated. See, you should give some examples also. Okay, and you have to prove them that you are the best. These are some of the answers which it will vary from person to person. Okay, so actually you need to sit, do like you need to prepare the answers. Okay, and now the fifth question is like what is it, like kind of behavior questions. See, they will ask you like, have you faced any situation in your life where you failed, and how did you overcome the situation? Or from your resumes, okay, you might have mentioned the position of responsibilities, right? There they will ask you, if you are some kind of leader, how did you manage people's opinion, because each people will have different opinion, so how did you manage that? Or some, if you are a team, you are a part of a team and leader, did you face any fights with your team leader, and how did you overcome that situation, like that? See, for these kind of questions, you should use the STAR approach. Okay, see, situation, task, action, result, like this is like STAR approach. If you just Google it up, right, you will be getting lots and lots of examples and how to answer them. So I kindly suggest you to go and prepare and answer these type of behavior questions with STAR approach. Okay, the classic question is that your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, see, generally people start telling their strengths first and then weaknesses. No. See, I always suggest you to start with your weaknesses, and then you need to tell at least 1 or 2 points, like how like what are you doing to overcome this weakness, and then finish the answer with your strengths. That will actually give a very good ending to your answer. Okay, so in strengths and weaknesses, always tell your weakness first, and then tell how you are going to overcome that in future, or if you have already overcome it, what did you do, and finally your strengths. And make sure that when you tell the strengths and weaknesses, please don't Google it up and say the same answer. Okay, you have to think yourself. You have to see where are your strength lies and what are your weakness. It should be unique. Okay, it should not be like a Google answer. And also be professional. Don't tell that my weakness is laziness. I always I like to watch movies, like take relaxing, something like. It should be professional kind of weakness. Okay, and then the seventh most classical question is that they'll ask you, do you have any questions for us at the end of the interview? That time I know that many of you will tell, no sir, or I have no doubts. Please don't do like that. See, it actually indicates that, see, any person who is curious to know about something will have some kind of questions in mind. If you say them that no sir, I don't have any doubts, which means that you're not that curious enough. Okay, so always prepare 1 or 2 questions. Either you can prepare this from going to the company's website, and maybe from pre-placement talk, but make sure that the question which you're going to ask is not repeated. If someone else has asked the same question PPT, and if they have given the answer, if you ask the same question again in the HR round, then it won't be that good. That's why attending the PPT is very important. So prepare the questions about related to the company. Like you can see some of the questions is like to the HR interviewer, right? So how was your experience when you joined this company? Can you tell about it? Or how will my first 6 months of work will be? Like what skills will I be learning? Or is there any prerequisites which I should learn before joining the company? Something like that. Or you can ask about how's the work-life balance, for especially for like a students who's just joining an industry from college, these kind of questions. Okay, so these are the 7 classical questions. Now it's time for the bonus tip. Okay, see, the tip is that you should always try to manipulate the interviewers. Okay, so you may ask, what manipulate? How does it even work? I don't have any magical skills. See, the thing is that when they ask you some kind of, maybe take behavior questions, like if you have you faced any problem in life and you failed it, and how did you overcome? In that kind of situation, what you can say is that in my interview, I just said them that if you are aware of it, in technical rounds you will be asked your favorite subject, and they'll be asking questions from that. Sometimes they won't ask you the favorite subject, they'll randomly pick a subject from your resume. Okay, so what I did was that heat transfer was my strongest subject. Okay, so in my HR round took place before the technical round. So in my HR round, what I said, during my second year when I was doing studying heat transfer, in mid-semester exam, like I just did very badly, and I ended up in getting C- grade. Okay, then I took this as a motivation. I learned what were my mistakes. My mistake was that I was overconfident. I didn't even solve a single problem. I thought this is like very simple, why should I even solve it? But I got a C- grade. But after midsem, I worked each and every problem, worked in the class, and some of the important problems from the textbook, and finally I got A minus. Okay, actually I could have got A, but it was like C minus, right? Already it was like very low, but I was able to bring till A minus only. Okay, so I said about this. Okay, in fact I just added some kind of more interesting stuff during that when I was answering, and this actually made them think that okay, so this person likes heat transfer or something like that. And in the technical round, that person said, okay, since you mentioned about your heat transfer in the HR round, let's start discussion with heat transfer. Okay, so when you get some kind of chance, try to tell the subject name which you are strong enough, use that subject related to answer some kind of behavior questions, so that there is high chances that in the technical interview the person will remember that, okay, you have said about this, so they may ask questions from that. Okay, so these are the 7 classical questions which is like 99% of the HR interviews, these questions will be asked, and the bonus tip. Okay, so now for the technical round, you need to watch this video. Okay, so all the best for your campus placements. Bye bye, see you.